Good evening. This is Cynthia Kiteley coming to you from the Doves for Peace TV channel. Welcome. And the title for today's program is Ridiculously Easy, Low-Tech, and Low-Cost Tools for Transforming Your Life. I'm going to read a prayer first. This is a translation from the Aramaic of the Lord's Prayer. I found it in an article by Mark Hathaway. O creative breath, ebbing and flowing through all forms, free us from all constrictions so that the current of your life may move in us without hindrance. Fill us with your creativity so that we may be empowered to bear the fruit of your vision. Moving to the heartbeat of your purpose, make us the embodiment of your compassion. Endow us with the wisdom to produce and share what each being needs to grow and flourish. Empty us of frustrated hopes and desires as we restore others to a renewal of vision. Do not let us be seduced by that which would divert us from our true purpose, but illuminate the opportunities of the present moment. For you are the ground of the fruitful vision, the birthing power, and the fulfillment as all is gathered and made whole once again. Christmas is over. It's December 27th as I speak to you. And the new year of 2015 is just a few days away. This is a wonderful window of time in which to shift gears and give thanks for the past year and its blessings, lessons, and achievements, as well as to focus on what we want to create, achieve, and experience in the new year. The tools for transformation that I will be discussing are low-tech but highly effective, and they cost very little. They consist of paper you can write on, index cards, a pen or pencil to write on the paper and index cards with, some magazines or greeting cards, or other print media that carry images that are powerful and meaningful to you, as well as a pot of glue or glue stick to glue those images to a piece of paper. There are two tools in particular that people who are highly successful professionally and otherwise use. These are setting short-term and long-term goals and keeping a journal. I will also be touching on two other tools. The first is using affirmations, which consist of words, and also creating visual affirmations that consist of images, although for some of us those images will also include words. As creative beings who are created in the image and likeness of a creator God, we have amazing creative abilities and potential. Our minds, spirits, and emotions are immensely powerful tools of creation and transformation that will serve us best if we give them conscious direction through the use of goal setting, journaling, word affirmations, and visual affirmations. When doing goal setting, please don't do this on your iPhone or computer. It really is better if you write it down by hand. And one of the reasons for that is that it alerts part of your brain that is known as the reticular activating system, which then sends a signal to your cerebral cortex that, in effect, it needs to wake up and pay attention and know that what you are writing is important. It's tempting to try to be reasonable and realistic when we write goals and to work within all the existing circumstances and parameters and restrictions of our lives. But actually, it's better to think big and to let yourself have a vision and have goals that are a stretch for you. Short-term and long-term are a good way to go. And I would recommend that you write down goals for every area of your life. Your spiritual goals, your health goals and physical well-being goals, your personal relationship goals, your financial, professional goals, your projects, anything and everything that is part of your life and that you want to see transformed in the year to come. Journaling does not need to be a difficult, wearisome obligation, something else to put on your to-do list. It doesn't have to happen daily. It doesn't have to involve a lengthy journal entry to be effective. But huge amounts of modern research have shown that the simple practice of keeping a journal has enormous psychological and physiological benefits. It's free, and it's arguably the best form of psychotherapy, and certainly the cheapest form of psychotherapy that you can find. If you're not already doing this, I would recommend, even if you just start small, maybe do 1 or 2 short entries a week to get started. But the power of journaling is immense, and I would encourage you to find out more about it. You can just do a search on Google and write in benefits of journal writing or journaling. You will be amazed. Affirmations should be done in the present tense. Most of us know what they are, but they're really just statements about your intentions. It is always best to put them in the present tense. Don't phrase them as I will or I want or I'm going to. Say, I am prosperous. I am healthy. And of course, you want to give it personal twist. I am healed from or healing from. So the important thing to remember about affirmations is that they should be in the present tense, and they should clearly articulate your goals and desires. Affirmations are ideally short and brief, maybe 2 or 3 sentences at most, and 1 sentence will do handily. Index cards are a wonderful tool that supports your use of affirmations. Maybe if you have an excellent memory, you can carry them all around in your head just fine and retrieve them at will. But I and many others find that having them written out on index cards, which you can carry around with you very conveniently in your pockets or purses for women, or backpack if you're a student, are very helpful. You can whip them out at odd little moments, read them, affirm them, implant them in your mind. Also, some people like to use those little stickies, those little pads of small bits of paper that you have adhesive on the back, and you can write your affirmations on those, and it's handy to use those, or just use Scotch tape and stick them up in your bathroom, on the walls of your home in various places, or your office. And that way you have the visual component as well. So I do highly recommend index cards, and you can use those exclusively if you like, even for the goal setting, but paper is a good way to go as well. Visual affirmations are less familiar to many people, but very powerful and effective. Some of you may have heard of vision boards, and that is one of the better known forms of visual affirmation. And this is something you can do. You can get a piece of paper or one of those big sort of what we call poster boards that are sold for school children to use in their projects. They tend to run, they're about 2.5 feet by 3.5 feet roughly. Just a big bit of cardboard, really. And you cut out images. Magazines are a great source. I like to raid our local libraries' used magazine sales, where I can pick up many kinds of magazines for just 10 cents a piece. And go through the magazines. I also like greeting cards, which have inspirational messages or affirmations on them, or images, and cut them and paste them. I have used vision boards and regular notebook size paper, kind of micro vision boards for many years, and they do activate a level of our mind and increase our ability to attract and manifest our goals. So it's going to be different for every person. A beautiful garden, an image of a beautiful garden, a cozy home, a couple holding hands, words that speak to you, wisdom or a saying that you can clip right out. There are many images to be found if you put your mind to it, and it's a lot of fun, really. And it's hard to believe you're doing something that could really matter and really have an impact on your life when it's so much fun. But make it fun, enjoy it, and bring out those scissors and pots of glue, and it can be like I said, a smaller piece of paper, in which case you might want to use multiple pages, or a really big piece of cardboard, if you will. I'm going to show you what I call my work notebook. And it has nothing to do with day jobs or regular work. It has to do with my work on myself and my work on my life. And as you can see, it's a colorful 3-ring notebook with an image of a butterfly on it, which is a symbol. The butterfly is one of the most popular symbols of transformation, going from caterpillar to butterfly. And within, I have used tabs. And I also have, here you have another butterfly, and I have images that I find helpful and inspirational. And the way I've organized mine, and again, do your own temperament and ways of thinking will be your best guide. But this is just an example. I have a section for my goals. I have a section for my projects where I can kind of break down my goals on a project-specific basis, saying, okay, this is my project that I want to achieve, and these are the steps that need to happen for me to achieve this project. And also information and images that relate to that project. I also have a section on for affirmations, and I keep my journaling in a separate notebook. But I have a section for my poetry in there, for example, for creative expression on my part, and I have a section for visioning not only a more positive world, but letting my mind create a vision for my life and how it might support the overarching goal of making the world a better place. I favor the 3-ring notebook with tabs, but really any notebook or just any collection of pieces of paper will work fine. When using affirmations, it's important to remember that the words I am are extremely powerful. And when they preface whatever follows the I am will have greater power and impact. So, for example, an affirmation, probably your most effective affirmations will be I am, and then fill in the blank. I am free. I am in peace. I am creative. I am joyful. And you can get very specific. Those are very general. But I am is only in the last few years have we really discovered how strong that is to use. And I hope that this will be sort of a springboard just to help add a little bounce to your own goal setting and use of these other tools. If you're not already using them, there's no reason that you can't start now. I like to use the inspiration and opportunity and new potential of the new year. It really is a great catalyst for me. So you can bet that I will be clipping out and pasting images and reviewing and updating my goals in the days to come. One good tip for your goal setting is not to do it just once at the beginning of the year, for example, and then let it, that's it. And you don't touch it, you don't look at it, you don't visit it, you don't edit it or revise it. That's not a good way to go. With goal setting, it's always good. Also date everything. Journal entries, goal setting, even your affirmations. It wouldn't hurt to put a little date in there. So, but with goal setting, it's important to review those goals frequently and to feel free to revise those goals as the year progresses, as time goes by. You may find that you develop a different focus or want to modify some of your goals. Some of them are going to be achieved, in which case you want to cross them off your list. So goal setting is not just a once a year thing, or it should not be just a once a year thing. I encourage you to make that an ongoing. All of these are ongoing tools for transformation. They're not do it once and put it away. And that is why they work so well on in the process of manifestation, attracting and manifesting your heart's desires and your goals, your more mundane goals as well. I will leave you now and wish for you a very happy, healthy, and prosperous new year. And to remind you that you can transform your life using the great gifts from God that you already have. Thank you and good evening. I am the founder and administrator of the Mystical Order of the White Rose. If you have questions or want to contact me, you can send me an email at mysticalwhiterose@gmail.com. And again, have a great year. God bless and good night.